Welcome to Illuminati Media, where we decode the matrix and deprogram the masses. We're going to talk about Montauk Project, Philadelphia, experiment in Cern, and the manipulation of timelines, what the Watchers, aka fallen angels, truly are, in the worship of Saturn, the black cube, this fallen angel technology. Here we go. From a humanity's perspective, what we're up against has always existed. They existed before this existence. The world has been up against a population of souls from another Earth that did not make it. This other Earth existed in the future, farther than this Earth has gotten. I say that in that way because the disembodied spirits of the Earth that was destroyed, that Earth is not the future of this Earth and had its own existence and therefore received its own judgment. In the grand scheme of things, every plant with intelligent life is monitored, and if all things go awry, well, there are certain interventions that do take place, but it is never done for us. There is only a limited assistance that provides based on a lack of fairness. What humanity perceives as the devil is the leader of these disembodied spirits. When God came to their earth and judged it, its judgment was destruction. So God isn't here to take care of your problems. He's here to make sure everything keeps on ticking in a way that is most suitable for the whole. What happened was around 1943, the Philadelphia Project did something that opened what is considered a dimensional gateway using advanced form of technology we got through fallen angels or disembodied souls. A certain branch of the military carried out an operation where they bombarded a large naval ship with large amounts of gamma radiation. This gamma radiation basically phased the ship and one of it out of this reality and into another reality. The other reality that it phased to was the past of the parallel Earth that was destroyed, whose disembodied souls have come here to wreak havoc. So what these disembodied spirits do is possess human vessels, and their task is to populate this Earth with their population. But because of the choices they made in their existence, they evolved into what one could call a reptile. Intelligent, but too instinctual. They overdeveloped their reptilian cortex and made that intelligent instead of something else. So these things are of course invisible because they are out of our phase of reality, but they are layered into our reality. So let's say you took the sphere of the earth and erased its physical existence, and you just had this spiritual shell of the earth, and you took a population and inverted it and called that the inner earth. That's the inverse reality, their inverse reality, because they're inverted disembodied spirits. So since the Philadelphia Project took place, when it carried out that experiment out, guys, it pushed an object from this timeline into the past of their parallel timeline in order to bridge realities so they could start populating this earth with disembodied spirits, because these are the same spirits Aleister Crowley was in contact with. Cern, the Philadelphia experiment, the Montauk projects, they all go together, guys. So Cameron Duncan and Al Bielek would be considered the first walk-ins. So when that ship was passed through reality, those people were scattered with it. In that bridge, if one doesn't know how to follow the bridge and stay in the loop, you get phased out of reality. So the disembodied spirits use that as a way to possess a body without having to, well, basically change the rules of karma. So they used to just be able to influence this world until 1943 when they literally walked in. They exist in a world where the rules of reality are not, so they have more knowledge of stuff. When they allowed themselves to possess a vessel, that's when they started their working here. And since they originated from their timeless, they can't experience time unless in a vessel. that's in this time. That's the whole reason of possessing a vessel. 1940. What's up, guys? I just want to touch on a few more things on that. I want to give you some visuals in the beginning of it, and I know you guys probably get sick of seeing me talk all the time. The censorship's getting really bad, guys, so make sure you go to mypatriotsnetwork.com. We're over there, Illuminati Media. Email me. You guys got the email, and you can follow all of our platforms. Illuminati Media 33, our group. Join that on Facebook, and you'll get all of our videos. So Illuminati Media 33, the group. Our page is Illuminati Media, but they're censoring it. I'll put our Twitch link below. They're censoring that too, guys. So how these entities would operate is they are called the Watchers, because they literally, that's what they do, watch until they see something they need to change. This is their whole purpose, is distraction, to distract us. But in order to do that, they had to create ways to keep themselves here, because once they got here, they started pushing. They call them pushers, thought pushers. Okay, so what they would do, since they observe from a reality which really doesn't exist here, but it's layered here, and in possessing people that were in the Philadelphia Project, this created an access point. They could come in and out and watch as long as they wanted until they saw, an opening. So their whole purpose is to distract, and to distract certain individuals, because over time they created secret projects, finding out who we were, what roles we played. We got trapped in an alter copy of the Most High's original creation that Lucifer, the leader of these disembodied souls, true name Gadriel, is leading. Okay, the adversary has all this advanced knowledge because they went through something like 15,000 years of existence in their physical state before they mutated into this reptilian fallen state. Their strongest ability is their possession, right? To possess one of us. So in creating these secret projects through possessing powerful people, what we call body snatching, on the movie They See, or we think we see them shape shifting, but that's just them trying to hold control of the vessel. So they created these secret projects like Stargate and Phoenix. There was a chair involved called the Montauk chair, which we see from Stranger Things, where they were kidnapping kids with all kinds of abilities. I go into an isolation tank, deprivation tank, and get into the water, but they was putting kids under there with only their face above, guys. That's a whole different ball game. That's scary. What it did was what the Montauk chair did, guys, was allegedly was read the genetic code of the individual sitting in it. So what that means, if you have a device that can read a being's full genetic code, you can see that being's entire life, their whole lifetime, all their memories, everything right there. And that's how fate works, purpose, destiny. What you perceive as DNA is everything hard-coded, like in a computer. Nothing is separate. Everything is the DNA of the body that it's in. And that's why we are in a DNA war right now, guys, where they want to genetically manipulate us, okay? Because this has to do with them manipulating everything, perverting it, and flipping it in our face. But see, part of universal law is they have to tell us the truth. So they do it in a way that's like satire or movies. The universe don't understand that. It's very slick. Good job, you little reptinoids. I thought you guys would really like this, because it's like 3 of the #1 subjects you guys like me to talk about, and it all goes together. So in these projects, they figured out how to explore the minds of people, and in doing so, they were exploring potential futures, because it was pretty much like looking into the future, because they were studying past, present, and future experiences in this reality. And so they accumulated enough knowledge to create what's called a knockout list. a knock list. A knock list is what is used in the agencies of targets, of high-value targets. A high-value target is the source of an orchestration or enterprise or an operation or a revolution that they know you're going to take something this way. So you're exterminated by one of these timeline cops. Oh yeah, we've been since the 40s. We've had the technology to travel through time, but like we always do, we mess things up. Cern, we further unlocked this portal and allowed these entities to come forth in the physical now, and that's going to be fun. Can't wait to see what that does. The Philadelphia experiment, also known as Operation Ghost, was an alleged naval experiment in the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard in 1943, the USS Elderbridge, and a destroyer-class ship was thought to be the subject of an experiment involving force fields. Witnesses of the event claimed that the ship turned completely invisible for a period of time. And then, guys, it was reported that it was like teleported the whole city away, and people were trapped in the deck. Some of them were infused, but some of them weren't. Some of them died later on, went home, got really sick, died. Some of them were possessed by these pushers, these entities, these thought pushers. So I guess it's really subtle, the possession, unless your body rejects it, and then that's where we see the exorcist type possessions, where it's a fight between the two entities. But most people are so easily manipulated, my brothers and sisters, through the programming of these pushers, these fallen angels, these demons. We just call them different things because some people might have an understanding from this culture or this background, but it's really the same entities. That's why I tell Christians and Muslims, don't allow them to divide and conquer you guys. You believe in the same creator. I promise you, you do. They want to divide and conquer you and keep you killing each other, just like they do my melanated and Caucasian brothers and sisters, because it's divide and conquer. Order out of chaos. This is how these demons get down. Okay? So just remember, educate yourself. Knowledge is power. And hopefully I'll be able to go live with you on here really soon. Until then, go to our Twitch. Hopefully they'll let us, go show you guys that we're live, because they haven't been shown we're live. Also follow our Twitter, Illuminati TV. I'll put both them links below. But the number one thing to do is follow mypatriotsnetwork.com, Illuminati, because we are the #1 censor podcast. Illuminati.